Yeah, Mandy Rose is an ER nurse at High Point Regional. She's also the mother of 2 kids. And this past Easter, at age 36, she received a double lung transplant. She calls her story Mandy's Miracle. Mandy Rose says despite having an incurable lung disease, she felt she was too young for a transplant. But last November, doctors told her she had 6 months to live.
I needed to hear that. And I think he knew I needed that kick in the pants to kind of wake up and realize that I was that terminal.
After a couple of false alarms, Mandy's transplant was given the go-ahead. Because of the pandemic, not even her husband could be with her in the hospital. The 8-hour operation was a success, and today Mandy and her new lungs are recovering.
Every day that I live, I think about my donor, and I'm thankful to them for giving me that gift.
Mandy says without that gift, her husband would have no wife, her kids, no mom.
How do you feel? How are you doing today? You look good.
I feel the best I've felt in a long time.
What does the prognosis look like?
So the average lifespan of a set of lungs when you're transplanted is 5 to 8 years, which doesn't sound like very much for somebody my age, being only 36. And that's part of the reason I didn't want a transplant to begin with, and that's part of what scared me so much.
Mandy says she has since learned that someone her age who takes care of themselves can live much longer with transplanted lungs.
At this point in time, I'm not really worried about the time I have. I just take each day grateful for the time I do have. And my deal with God that I tried to express to him is I just at least wanted to raise my kids. I don't want to leave this earth while they still need somebody to raise them.
The High Point mother of 2 says she plans to push herself through rehab.
I'm hoping to do a 5K in the spring.
5K?
It's a walk. It's
Wow.
a walk run. So if I can't jog the whole time, I can walk. It's okay. But I'm going to try to jog. That's my goal.
Mandy's miracle comes from a life-saving gift, but more than 3,000 others in North Carolina in need of an organ transplant remain on a waiting list.
What message would you like to deliver to the community at large?
Well, I am grateful to no end that the family of my donor was selfless enough to want to donate organs. I wouldn't be here right now.
Mandy says she doesn't know the identity of the donor, but says she plans to write a letter to the family thanking them. It is then up to the family to decide whether or not they want to connect with Mandy. In Greensboro, I'm Bill O'Neill, WXII 12 News.
You can sign up to be an organ donor at the DMV or online at donatelifenc.org. There's a button that says register to donate. Then you fill out a few questions and that's it. You'll be added to the organ donor registry.